Thor Ragnarok, which will be coming out, pretty soon, July 28th. Yet, oh, that's 2017.
I was gonna say,
I was about to say, like,
how did that creep up?
how come we haven't seen any trailers yet? So yeah, this is over a year out. Um, and yeah, it is on its way. It is one of the Phase 3 Marvel films. Um, and I believe Mark Ruffalo, who is going to be playing or reprising his role of the Hulk in this, is going to be. He's been interviewed lately, and apparently the film will have elements of the Planet Hulk storyline in it, which is nice, but also not so nice, because now that means we're pretty much not going to get
Hulk movie?
a Planet Hulk movie, you know? So
I actually have no idea what that is.
Planet Hulk, there's actually an animated feature that you can watch that is pretty good. But basically, the Avengers say, "Hey, Hulk, you're too dangerous," so they capture him and jettison him off Earth to another planet, which he then, of course, like fights as a gladiator warrior. It's a good storyline. It would have made a very interesting movie, but we'll see what this goes with it. Um, so when he was asked about what Bruce Banner is going to go through in this movie, he says, "I think the arc that he is ultimately making in his relationship with the Hulk and how that's going to resolve itself, that's really where nobody has gone to that place." And this is with an interview with Collider. He went further on to say, "He's always been running from him or trying to deny it, but they are coming for a collision course with each other, and I think that could be pretty exciting if we can figure out a way how to do it, multi-dimensionally. The only person in the world that the Hulk is scared of or thing is Banner." And since I've learned that they were going to have that they were going to go ahead and have Hulk in the movie, I was a fan of that. I'm still waiting for them to do another Hulk movie that takes place within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The first one was the one with Edward Norton in it. And, Ruffalo just nails it as Banner and the Hulk. And I think it's a movie that would do exceptionally well. I'm just kind of confused as to why they haven't done it yet. The mainstay Marvel character.
Yeah, I'd say this is probably the best actor we've had as the Hulk, um, both as a scientist and just as this giant green monster. Um, Maybe they're just because like the first Hulk movie has had reviews that have not been
Are you
very
talking
uplifting.
about the Ang Lee directed one with Eric Bana as Bruce Banner?
Yeah, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one we don't need to
Yeah, that one
ever
happened,
again.
and then we had the Incredible Hulk,
Yes,
which
and that's the one with Edward Norton that takes place and actually tied up some story or set up, I should say, some storylines for a sequel, but we never got a sequel.
yeah, which wasn't as bad as the first one. Uh, Still some things that could have been changed and done differently, but uh, you know, definitely better than the last one. And then we get this new guy who plays Hulk, um, who just has it spot on. And I think this is the first time where they've ever actually had Bruce Banner as like a, a scientist, or just take the role as a scientist like as well as he has, especially in the Age of Ultron, where he's actually like, well, I guess in the first Avengers movie and the second one, him and Tony both just start having like nerd sessions where they both start like just talking about things that like no one in the room like knows about, which is kind of cool because everyone kind of sees the Hulk as this like giant like brutal monster who can just destroy everything in his path, and they don't really look at Bruce Banner as a fairly intelligent person because no one ever thinks of like someone as strong as that having a brain when he's actually a really smart guy, and I feel like they show that really well in this kind of like with Spider-Man how the first series was just like 30-year-old man trying to be a teenager. It just didn't work out very well. Then you had a step in the right direction with an actual teenage-looking person who could play the role of a high school student, but was just a little too cool for Spider-Man. And then you
Hipster
finally have,
Spidey.
yeah, then you finally have this like young teenage-looking kid who is, pretty smart for his age. He's able to make like computers that were made back in like 1970, 1980s, like work in the modern day, and he uses them.
Hmm.
So he's clearly, just as smart as like Peter Parker is depicted in the comics. Um, and they're doing his own movie. So yeah, that is kind of like, is he gonna get one? Are we gonna get a just movie with Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner?
He has said in the past that he's definitely willing to do it. It's just a matter of Disney slash Marvel giving the green light for it. Um, I guess maybe before the Hulk movies maybe haven't done so well financially, and they like kind of having that character as a showcase piece in something like an Avengers movie. Um, but I don't understand that you know why they haven't even tried to make a sequel, especially since you've got an actor now who just nails it. Period. But Thor Ragnarok, definitely looking forward to this Thor more than any of the other Thor movies.
They will be better than the second one. I don't know. I really haven't liked the past two. The first one was kind of just introducing, and the second one was just like, here's the sequel.
By the numbers,
Yeah,
you
at
felt.
least that's how I felt about it.